Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Matt Shad. I am here at the B&T Locked and Loaded Gun Expo. Pretty cool. Free admission Saturday and Friday and Saturday. Got a lot of vendors out here. We got a lot of raffles going on. Really cool stuff. Man, I want one of these. I definitely want one of these. Look at this. Get you a Polaris. You know what? I want one. Pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this every year. Like I said, lots of there's a little shooting range. Yep. All kinds of vendors, all kinds of raffles. Raffles. I've entered just about every raffle. So yeah, just that's what I'm doing on my Saturday, supporting local area. This is all local stuff, right? Local vendors, local folks, and just putting out an expo kind of thing. Really cool, and get to meet everybody. I mean, all the gun ranges, all the gun stores and gun ranges I go to, I walk past people and they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing?" All right, so yeah, B&T Locked and Loaded Expo. Here, it's being held here in Medina Fairgrounds. So yeah, that's what I'm doing my week, my Saturday. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, check it out. Let's go. Oh, there you are. Yeah. So another food trucks. Lurches, donuts, and coffee. Italian sausage and sandwiches. Ah, the barrio. Yeah, the barrio. Come to the barrio for tacos. Haha. Tacos. Oh my God. Tacos from the barrio. That's right. What'd I get? The spice rub chicken taco. Oh my God, that's good. Ah, yes, folks. I am leaving the Gun Expo, and we're going to dive into the Zoot Report. So this is a special Zoot Report, sunroof edition. It's currently 73 degrees here in Northeast Ohio. It is raining. It's sprinkling, I guess. Oh, the Gun Expo, yeah, very cool. I got some things, got some swag. Funny enough, I could not carry in there. Oddly enough, but that's okay. That's fine. It was a good time supporting local businesses, you know, in the area. All the gun stores that I frequent, and gun ranges, all there, you know. And yeah, tacos. I had barrio tacos, man. The barrio. If y'all don't know about the barrio, it's a food chain. Tacos y tequila. Tacos and tequila. Very cool place. But they make some great tacos. I had the spiced chicken rub street tacos. You've seen them. Yeah, anyway, so yeah. Let's get into this, shall we? Yeah. It was a very cool day. Cool to get out there and support local businesses. Yeah, now I know why they don't carry guns in there. Lots of cops, sheriff's department, wildlife. They're all just hanging out, talking to folks, eating tacos. That's gotta be a cool gig. You know, hey, go work the gun expo. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, there'll be tacos. Yes. Yeah, I seen some sheriff's department just sitting down, just chowing down on some tacos. Man, so good. I had a topic of discussion. I don't even remember what I was going to say, but whatever. Local businesses. Yeah, local businesses. Local. You got to start off local. You know, hey, I get it. You know, we people. We love our convenience. We love our, and I do this too. I order things online. You know, just out of convenience, get out, just and out of like just cheap, right? It's cheaper. It is cheaper to buy something from Amazon than it is to go, you know, hunting around your local area to find a store that actually has it, and it might be more expensive. But from an ideological standpoint, we should do more local stuff. I'm just saying. I mean, because we all know the globalist agenda, and that's how you bankroll their. That's how we're bankrolling their movement. They're using our money against us. So what better way than to combat that than to go with local businesses? You know, supporting local businesses, supporting local services. It's just the way to go. You know, that's the whole idea of, you know, especially a financial community. That's cool. Medina's a cool place. It really is. Lots of everywhere I go is American flags. American flags everywhere. And on a everyday basis, not just because it's coming on 4th of July, but there's the Masonic Lodge. Okay. So, you know, supporting your local community, because these are people in your community. They live and work in your community. You know, I know these people. I was walking up, I was shaking hands all day long. Like, you know, they make you feel so, you know, special. Right? Hey, you know, I know you. you bought all kinds of stuff from my store. Yeah. Right? You know, it's just that thing, man. It's community. That's where it starts. That, I mean, they have us so like programmed to be loners. Be a loner. Be a loner. You can be a loner. You know, people are so bad. People are so stupid. People are so scary. Well, I mean, get to know them. Get to know them. I mean, and that starts with your local businesses. And you create a rapport. You create a relationship. You know, it's a beneficial thing. That's what we do. That's our greatest. One of our greatest achievements is that we can build communities. We can build, you know, the whole idea of MAG, mutual assistant groups. That starts in your community. It really does. You know, you go to the local store every day, local convenience store. You know the fucking clerks. You know them. You know the store owner. You talk to them. Maybe you fucking. It gives. If you see them every day, there's a degree of respect that is developed. You know, they greet you by name. They greet you. Oh, hey. Well, I mean, if they don't know your name. Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? You know, and they. Some people are so astute. They're like, oh yeah, hey, whatever happened to that thing that you were doing? Oh yeah, I remember that. I was talking about that last time. You know, you're having conversations with folks that are meaningful and lasting, and that's a beautiful thing. It really is. Community is where it starts. They want us to be so, you know, so lonely. They want us to be so isolated. it's just it's to our detriment. It really is. It's to our detriment. You know, I talk to every vendor there. I like to meet folks, and I like to talk to folks. And like I said, I already know these folks. I already know them. You know, people are walking by, they're like, oh yeah, do this, do that, oh hey, what's up, you know, you want to buy this, and they see me, oh hey, what's up, you know, how you doing, handshake, boom, all right, fist bump, you know, what's going on, how you doing, da 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 da. Oh, Medina's having some kind of shindig. Wow, that's cool. We got events going on. See, that's your, you know, I'm not from Medina, but this is Medina. They're having events. I see vendors. I see all kinds of stuff going on here. You know, people are getting out, and you know, I went there to. I told them I'd volunteer, but they said they didn't need my services. They got everything taken care of. But you know, we got streets blocked off, food everywhere, vendors setting up. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's what's up, you know. That's in. I mean, I had to drive like 30 minutes to get here, and it was well worth it, right? You know, I hung out with some friends, talked some shop, and ate some tacos. I think I entered just about every raffle that I see. Come on here. Don't blame me. I voted for. The trolls. You get to know your community, or you actually get to, like in my case, I chose a community. Oh shit, we got deer crossing the street. Yeah, that's Medina. City deer. Mama and her fawn. Right on. Let's go. City deer. Cool. So, you know, if you want to talk to somebody about what's going on in the world, right? You want to get the put your pulse on the you know, put your finger on the pulse of your community. You got to talk to your community. It's, you know, it's not going to be online shit. It's not going to be, you know, you go to events and talk to folks. You know, hey, did you hear about, you know, Proposition 128? No, what's that? Oh, dude, you know, that's fucked up. Really? You know, oh, cool, I'll look into it. Right? You know, it's, you know, they bring things out. They let you know what's going on, and you can take action. You can join a cause. You can do stuff. Actually have, you know, exact change in your community. Help out your community, and your community is going to help you. You know, that's part of it too. That's why I went to help out my community, and you know, my gun community, I guess you could call it. My gun family, my local gun family. And we're all just, you know, it's all salt of the earth people, right? You know, you're like, wow, okay, that's great. You got a family, you got kids. They're all volunteering, running around. I mean, I'm a sucker for a young pretty salesman. You know, a girl comes up to me all bubbly and, you know, hi, buy my raffle tickets. Okay, fine, you got me. Damn, you know, you got me. You know, I'm all about that marketing, right? You know, and it was funny. She was talking. It's like, you know, I meet her after she hits me up for like $20, you know. Then I'm in the taco line, and she's like, oh man, I should have brought all my tickets here. Could have sold them in line. Like, yeah. She's like, mismarketed opportunities. Like, now you're getting it. Now you understand. But hey, it's still time for tacos. So, always time for tacos. But you know, that's where it starts. Is your local community. You know, and just Like I rarely come to Medina, but this is where they have their venue, the large enough place to have it. And you know, you're supporting folks. You're out there. You're putting yourself out there, but it's a community, right? If you value your privacy so much that you can't get your ass up off the couch and go meet these people that you talk to anyway, you know, it doesn't. Who cares? Who cares if they see you and they think a certain way? It's none of your business what other people think, right? It's really not. But it's a community, and you're a part of it. Even if you, they talk about you, right? They talk about you. If you're sitting on your couch and you come in every now and then, like, oh yeah, old man Russell, he comes in here every now and then and gets, you know, some .62 by 39. He's always asking about this 1911. He never buys it though. Yeah, who is he? I don't know, some dude, some old guy. He just he lives over there. You never see him out. He never talks to anybody. He just comes in here and says, you know, give me 7.62. Does he do anything? Oh, he's stockpiling it, whatever. You know, he shoots every now and then at the gun range down here. Oh yeah, Joe's gun range. Yeah. You know, so they already know about you. They already know about you. Okay. You know, and if because what we do is we isolate ourselves from our community, and then we put ourselves out there on the social medias. Why? I mean, you know, it's so easy to just, you know, get on social media and see what you're doing. I mean, you know, it is. It's so easy. You put it right there. You know, what you had for dinner on Facebook. You know, what your political leanings are. What your morals and ethics are. You know, what you got. I mean, you put it all out there. So, you know, even if you're a recluse, right? And it's by design, whatever. You still got to get out. You still got to meet folks, and you still got to connect with people. I mean, I value my privacy too, right? I value my alone time. I value all that. But I also value the connections that I make out here in the community. I value everybody that I've connected to on Facebook, or not Facebook, fuck Facebook, YouTube, right? I value everybody that I've ever met, you know, in person, in chat, on panel. We have a great community. Then we have meetups, and then it just relationships build from there. Relationships you didn't think you would do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and you got to be a part of it. To be a part of it, you got to be out there. Put yourself out there. You know? I mean, if the oh fuck you, red lights. if the tyrannical world regime is watching me at all times, well, you know, right on, because guess what? Now you know who my friends are, and we are a force to be reckoned with, and you know that. That's right. It's they want to see me on my couch eating chicken tendies, you know, eating some fucking tofu, you know, eating some bullshit, and constantly on social media. That's where they want me, right? They want me to do my Uber Eats. They want me to never go outside. You know, if I do, it's because I gotta pay some bills or some shit or whatever. Oh fuck! I gotta get over. I'm getting over. There you go. Right, I'm doing administrative shit for them. That's when they want me outside. So get out, get out, get out, if anything, just to check out your community, do an area assessment. All right? An area assessment. You're assessing your area. What do you have in your area? What kind of shops do you have? What kind of infrastructure do you have? Right? What are potential threats? What are potential assets? I mean, and people, shouting out to Ghost Prepper, people are a resource. And meeting folks in your own community, right, that you build, and you can build these relationships and keep that distance as much as you want, and whatever distance you want to keep yourself at, that's up to you, you know. But you could always be of service. You could always be there to help out, even if it's just showing up and buying some raffle tickets, you know, being seen and shaking hands. They're gonna remember that. Like, hey, thanks for coming out to the expo, man. You really, I mean, you're just one person, but you bumped up your numbers. You know, you bumped up our numbers. You showed your support. Right on, thank you. You know, and then, you know, I must admit, you know, maybe 100 and something people, maybe 200. I don't know. It's, you know, and it grows. It grows from there. And it's just, it's good. It's good to see. It's good to see, and it's good to see that you know, the local businesses that I know and love. I go to their shops. Like I said, I go to their shops. They're all there, and they're creating their own community, their own group, their mutual assistance group. Yeah. Even though they're all in competition with each other, and, you know, hey, buy my stuff, not theirs. You know, I get referred, right? I get referrals. Sorry, we don't have that. Try this place over here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks. You know, good looking out. So, communities within communities, right? And then, shout out to Hutch. I mean, you know, it's not about the large big army, the big army. It's all about a million little armies. Decentralized communities, decentralized groups that have a common goal. And that's mutual assistance, right? We're helping each other out, and in turn, we're helping ourselves. You know, and being of service like that, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, what you're doing. You know, it really doesn't matter. You know, you just showing up and providing support is sometimes all that's needed. Is more than enough. So, yeah, it starts in community and grows from there. That grassroots. When something goes down, I might get a phone call from my gun shop. Hey, you heard what's going on, right? Zombies in the streets. We got commie zombies. Yep. I'm giving away free ammo. You want some? Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, we're creating a zombie eradication team. You want to join up? Yeah. Let's go. That's where it starts, man. That's where it starts. And those groups, they know a guy. They all know a guy. Oh man, we really need a bulldozer, man, to get all these zombie bodies off the street. Hey, I know a guy. He works at CAT. He can get us bulldozers. He can teach I need 20 volunteers to learn how to drive a bulldozer. And my guy's going to give you a class, and he's going to give you a bulldozer. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Boom, problem solved. knowing who's in your community and being known yourself. Like I said, you already know. You're putting yourself out there just a little bit, and everybody loves that mystery. Old man Russell comes in by 7.62. He shoots down there at Joe's gun range. That's all we know. He lives in that shack in the woods. We never see him. We know he's got dogs. He kind of smells like weed sometimes. I don't know. Every now and then I hear him go, America. Old man Russell. Right? You already, everybody's already like wondering who the fuck you are. And that mystery and ambiance, you know. And they appreciate it too. They're like, hey, whatever, man. He comes in. he supports the community. He's buying 7.62 and he's shooting over here, you know. So he is part of the community. And who knows, maybe he'll help one day. You know, he's got a lot of 7.62, right? They know he likes his AKs or whatever he's shooting. Gun range knows he's a good shot. So, just saying, hey, what's up? Hey, I'm here. Later on, it pays off. You know, I could be in dire need of help, and I call these guys up, go, hey, I got 150 zombies on my property. They're all screaming, mouse say tongue, mouse say tongue. They want some tongue. Right? Don't put your mouth on it, right? I'm like, okay, we'll be there in 5 minutes. Take cover. Really? Yeah. You know, every man's an island, every man's a castle. You know, that's just, you know, being self-reliant, having responsibility and accountability in yourself. You know, having those, building that ethos of yourself, and then, you know, you become part of a community, and you're stronger now. You're a lot stronger when you're part of a community. It's many hands make for light work. Hey, yeah, thank you everyone that showed up last night for Lackluster Fridays. Great time. We had some wild discussions. Very, very interesting conversations. And I love the defiance. I do. You know, we have a history of defiance, and we have a history of arguing. If you haven't noticed, we're human, and we will argue about just about anything. I mean, I like tacos. I like burritos. You know, well, okay. Tell us how you really feel. All right. But that's the thing, is we can have these arguments. We can have these conversations. This dialogue and discord. We can learn from it. We can grow from it. And have a more profound understanding and respect for each other. You know? That's... And if you're not willing to, you know, be somewhat confrontational or have a confrontational stance, well, you know, you will. I mean, you will. It's good for you. It's healthy. It is healthy. It is. And what's healthy is having that argument, having those disagreements, and then being friends at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation. Like, you know, whatever. It's stimulating conversation. The Italian, I forget what the Italians call it. Something like that. It's that spirited conversation, spirited dialogue. You know, they're full of passion, full of emotion. You know, and that's how they grow up in their family. Hey, and once you know, kind of emotionally trade blows with people, you know, now you know each other. Now you really know each other, and you can stand with each other, stand next to each other, toe to toe, or side by side, for a common goal. I mean, you know, arguments and disagreements are going to happen. You know, that's part of life. That's what makes life great, actually. You know, that's how we learn. That's how we learn about others and ourselves, right? So, and that's part of a community too. You know, yeah, it's great to, you know, get in there and shake hands, you know, be all congenial and everything. But, you know, I've had heated discussions, you know, debates with people in the gun store. You know, I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Yeah, I still go there. I mean, I got one gun store, I walk in the door, they just start berating me just for no fucking reason. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? What did I do? It's like, why are you here? You're not going to spend any money anyway. Right? I was like, well, I've already spent like $10,000 here. You want more? You should have enough to live on right now. Hey, you want to join that new motorcycle I bought for you? Yeah. Give me my shit. Shut the fuck up. I mean, it's a different, you know, it all depends. Community is community. You know, you go where you're liked. You go where you're of service. You go where you're needed. You know, and you go where you need something. You know, get some help, whatever. But just showing up and showing out, meeting folks, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot for the community because you're proving that you're part of a community. And it starts local. It does. It starts local. Oh. Now, if you don't like kind of where I live, I don't like my local community. I do. I branch out. I meet, you know, I go to stores and I meet people that I like, but for the majority, I've done the area assessment and I don't like a lot of those people. So I go elsewhere. I go down the road, so to speak. Like, I like these people better. You know, and I tell them where I live, and they're like, "Oh God, land of the Subaru." But, yep, they're all lesbians. So yeah, community starts local. It does. It does. And you gotta have just a little bit of courage to put yourself out there. You do. You gotta have a little courage. Just a little bit. And like I said, you can keep as much keep your distance between people as much as you want. It's up to you. You know. It's totally up to you. You don't have to be best buds with everybody, and you're not going to be. You know, there's people that don't like you as well. That's everywhere you go. But you know, given half a chance to get to know somebody dispels a lot of myths. It does. It you're like, oh man, you were part of this race and culture. I was expecting this and this, and you're not like that at all. Wow. You know? And like, yeah, you know, they had this kind of, you know, preconceived notion about you, and they get to know you, and they're like, wow, you're actually pretty cool. Yeah, all right, you know. Some people you can't reach. Some people don't want to be reached. But hey, they're part of the community anyway, right? You know, and it's their right to be idiots. Okay? They have the right to be an idiot. Welcome to America. You know, stupidity is also protected. We all learn at our different paces, right? You know, this is the way it is. We all learn. We all have our own ways, our own towel, the way, and that adds to the spice of life. It really does. And people will surprise you. They will. They will surprise you. Like, wow, I had this preconceived notion that your pink hair and face tattoos meant that you were some kind of like trans Tifa, you know, and they're not, you know, or whatever, you know. I mean, that's how you're going to change the hearts and minds of men. Is to actually talk to them, meet them, and women, right? So, and you know, listen to them, because sometimes people realize how stupid they are only after talking to you. I don't have to say a word. Just look at them like, okay, right, huh? Okay, all right, whatever. I gotta go. Or sorry you feel that way. You know, they just realize. They have a revelation. Like, wow, I'm actually stupid. Did I actually say that? I fucking said that. I'm an idiot. You know. Sometimes it sinks in. Sometimes it doesn't. But it, you know, and it takes community, right? It takes community. So I want to give a shout out to, y'all know Holly Irvin. I know Holly. She's everywhere. Holly is everywhere. I've met Holly, and I've met her husband on panel. But apparently he's been battling cancer for a while, and it appears that things have taken a turn for the worst. And you know, please take a moment to say a prayer for Holly and her husband. It appears that he's going to be passing away soon. I don't know. Maybe he's got some fight in him. I don't know. That's up to him. My book, he's a badass. Right. So, yeah, just give a little thoughts and prayer. Keep Holly and her husband in your thoughts and prayers. This time of transition. You know. Once again, community. Boom. Right. I know Holly. I've met Holly. I've shared. I've baked bread with Holly. So I was able to talk to her and hang out with her for like 3 days in some of the worst conditions and some of the best conditions, you know. So yeah, if you would please keep Holly and her husband in your thoughts and prayers. And Scholar brother, journey well. Journey well. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. I mean, we got us a little community here on YouTube, right? I mean, I all you guys and gals. I mean, a lot of y'all I text on a regular basis. You know, so we all kind of, you know, we stay in touch here on YouTube's, and then we stay in touch, you know, texting and calling each other and stuff like that, emailing, you know. So I appreciate all that. And so, you know, we've been hanging out. We've been knowing each other for years, and some of them some of us have actually met each other and hung out with each other, had these debates and discussions, right? Actually, we're able to see each other face to face and feel each other's energies. You know, that's community. That is. So, oh man, whee! The balloon dance. Oh, we escape the confines. Yep, there it goes. Of traffic. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me today on this Zoot Report Saturday. Community, local community, and the community that you choose, the family that you make. Yeah. Let's rule 2IC say we're all in this together. We are. Even if we choose to isolate, you're never alone. You are never alone, ever. Best believe that. So thank you all, and yeah, keep Holly and her husband in your thoughts and prayers. So, and let's go.